Hello and welcome to the #1 holiday show in Australia. It's time to cruise away with Derek and Joe. Now, we're the only place you ever need to look when it comes to cruise deals and offers. We've been in the business for over 25 years, so we are the fast track to the best value.
That's right. So look no further and relax with us as we take some dreamy holidays of celebration, escape and excitement over the next 30 minutes. If you've got a taste for something different for your next getaway, this show should tick all the boxes as we venture to Southeast Asia.
Yes, we have the perfect plan to celebrate Christmas and New Year in style as part of a 20-night escape, enjoying Christmas in Bangkok and New Year in Vietnam, sailing with incredible Holland America Line. And we've also got fun for all the family next year on 2 carnival getaways that include both Singapore and Bali stays, and the delights of the carnival splendour to enjoy. Brilliant.
Sounds great. Yes, it does. Let's show you the first of those then straight away. 23 amazing nights for this getaway, which starts by flying you from Sydney over to Denpasar on Bali to enjoy a relaxing and heavenly 5 nights on the island. And as they call it, it is the island of the gods. And 1 foot in Bali and you will understand and appreciate exactly why they call that, the case in Bali, because you've got lots of beautiful temples, including Uluwatu, where you can enjoy a sunset folklore show with the most amazing backdrop over the ocean. And cheeky little monkeys playing around left, right and centre. Amazing spa treatments to be had on Bali as well. We're then going to fly you to Singapore, and you have 2 nights in a hotel in gorgeous Singapore, which will give you enough time to explore without feeling rushed. You might want to head to Singapore Zoo and do the nighttime safari or breakfast with the animals, which is super fun, and head to some of the hawker centres and some of the great markets on offer in gorgeous Singapore. Then it's time for us to cruise on board the Carnival Splendor, and you've got 16 nights to enjoy on this fantastic fun ship, as they call it. They call them fun ships for a reason. It is about good fun everywhere you go on Carnival. I mean, and literally, it's quirky fun too. It's imaginative fun from all of the different events that they hold day and night. You know, the daytime activities are going to be plenty, of course. You can do everything from quiz and bingo to wet t-shirt competitions for the guys, by the way. Ping pong, you name it, shuffleboard. The water slides, of course, are up there. If you're travelling with a family too, that's a great thing to do. And they have a kids club. But at night, that's when the fun really, really comes to the helm on Carnival, because tons of game shows, lots of live music events, live theatre as well. It is everywhere you go. In fact, there is entertainment everywhere you go, and different venues offer you something different at, a different pace depending on what you're after. Lots of dance competitions. And in fact, you can do some dance classes with the cast on board, that they will take you through things like line dance and salsa and maybe even tango and ballroom. So yeah, that's a great thing to do if you're a dancer for sure. Open air movie screen, which allows you to enjoy what they call the dive-in movies on deck. And some of the theme nights you might find are nights such as the superhero marathon or music sing-alongs, which are great. And in the atrium, it's kind of the real beating heart of the ship, and it's where you can enjoy some of the sail away celebrations and theme nights there as well, like the White Hot Night and Island Nights, which they tend to do as well. Or in this case, it would be South Pacific, and it's just where everyone gets involved and dressed up, and it's a great part of being on board the fun ships. The food on board Carnival, I have to say, no one does a burger or pizza as well as Carnival. It's extraordinary. I mean, it's just such good food. And of course, there is a selection. It's not just that. There's a selection of everything you could imagine. And there is also specialty dining options, which you can treat yourself to for an additional fee as well. You might want to head to Guy's Burger Joint. Oh, actually, that one's included, which is great. And so is the Pizzeria del Capitano. Lots of the restaurants are already included for you, such as Mongolian Wok. But there's Fahrenheit 555, there's a Seafood Shack, Mad Sizzle, which you can do as specialty as well. So we are cruising out of the port of Singapore, and then a couple of days at sea will see us into Lombok in Indonesia, which does feel like Bali before it got busy. Quieter roads. In fact, there's no motor vehicles on Lombok. An excursion you could do here is the off-the-beaten-track Lombok tour, visiting the Sasak villages with waterfalls as well and coastline. Then it's this is actually back into Bali, down in the south of Bali. An excursion I'd recommend here is the cultural Bali experience. You can go to a local temple ceremony, village visit, and also stop by the beach, which is great. Next up, we're into the top end in Darwin and learn a little bit about the World War II history up here with a military sites and stories tour with an expert. And there'll be a harbour cruise included in that one for you as well to give you a different view of the city. Love Darwin. Then it's Cairns for the Barrier Reef, of course, or maybe you can head up to the Daintree Rainforest. We do the Skyrail Rainforest Journey and Kurunda Village visit excursion, which will take in both of those areas, which is great. Then we're into Airlie Beach, and of course you've got to get out there on the water in this port. The Whitsundays Island Hopping Tour with snorkeling stops is a great way to do it. You have quiet anchorages away from the main beaches, and that will give you an off-the-beaten-track private feel for sure. We're into Moreton Island next up, and this is a tiny little island. It's absolutely adorable. It feels like a secret playground, in fact. And you can do an eco-adventure here with snorkeling and the Tangalooma wrecks to visit, which are fascinating for sure. A day at sea will see us into Sydney, where we'll disembark and simply stroll off. Maybe you're local and it's super easy to get home, or, you know, no doubt it won't be difficult for you to get back to your original destination. Do speak to our team about national flights if you need them as well.
It's an amazing little getaway, this one, isn't it? And actually, you know what? When you're on a cruise holiday, you are so away from the rest of the world. All your troubles seem so far away. It's like a song, isn't it? It's true, though, because when you're on a cruise, and especially if you're with the family as well, whatever you want to do, you can all go and do your own thing. So the kids are going to want the splash parks and the ropes courses and all of that fun stuff. But actually you might want somewhere that is that little quiet escape, that bolt hole. It's all available. And the great thing is that you really are away from all of the worries of the world. It really is the biggest escape you can possibly have. So even though this feels like a lot of this holiday is fairly close to home, you are actually escaping further and farther than you think. It's brilliant. So let's check out this price tag. Amazing from our team here at CruiseAway. 23 fabulous nights of just pure joy, laughter, smiles, and great times. That's what this holiday is all about. And a deposit today is all you need, and you've locked in our stunning price tag, and that includes all the flights, the stays, and that 16 nights of carnival fun on the Splendor. And I know you will have fun as well, like real, genuine joy. You'll come back from that and think, I want another one, I need another one. Remember, this is for next August, and you'll enjoy a 5-night stay on Bali in a hotel, which will just be great. That's a lovely little escape in itself. Then another 2-night city stay in Singapore. And then it is that wonderful cruise where you can just let loose, have fun, do things that you wouldn't ordinarily do when you're on board with Carnival. The atmosphere, it's there, it's already provided, it's waiting for you with open arms as you go and cruise Indonesia and around the top end and the Queensland coast back to Sydney over 16 nights. Now remember, we've got exclusive price tags here at CruiseAway, so make sure you talk to our team today. It's a toll-free number, 1300 411 954, and here's all the details you need. And actually, if you feel like you really are in need of a getaway that is far sooner, then listen, we'll have deals that are just weeks away if you want them. That's the great thing here. What we're doing is we're putting plans in place for next August, but if you want something that goes in 3 weeks' time, we've got that too for you as well. All you need to do is give us a call. Let's start the conversation today. And I guarantee once you've had one happy cruise experience, which if you haven't done it before, honestly, you don't know what you're missing. Once you've had one happy cruise experience, you'll be doing it 3 or 4 times a year, because suddenly you'll realize what great value for money it is. And moreover, it's the quality of the time that you're away as well. So listen, treat yourselves, treat your loved ones, treat your family. This is a great family escape, I think. 1300 411 954, and there are thousands of other offers, of course, on our website at cruiseaway.com.au. And the great thing about planning into the future is all you need is a deposit today. So you can lock in a great price, and also you can start the excitement today. You can start looking forward to those big plans that are happening into the future. Especially maybe if you've never cruised before, you might need to do a little bit of research just for your own reassurance.
Yeah.
But actually, you know what? Once you're on the cruise, the hard work's done.
It's done, isn't it? And you can just kick back and relax and have everything done for you. You know, your bed made, your entertainment's there on tap, and so is your food. It's just brilliant. The food. Yes.
Amazing.
It's why so many of us cruise. I mean, not the only reason, but one of the many reasons. Now, our second wonderful escape to Southeast Asia celebrates both Christmas and New Year celebrations in Vietnam, Thailand and beyond. This is a masterpiece of a 20-night trip, starting on the 17th of December this year, as you fly off from Sydney to Hong Kong and enjoy a dazzling 2-night stay in the city, including a fabulous experience in the city, and that's included as part of your fare as well. So brilliant little time to head out to Hong Kong for sure, and you're going to get an unforgettable evening cruise on Victoria Harbour, where you'll watch Hong Kong's world-famous Symphony of Lights as the skyline bursts into colour with music and lasers. It's an iconic experience. You'll have unlimited drinks, and you'll glide past the city's glowing landmarks to see Hong Kong at its most spectacular. Then it's time to cruise on board Westerdan for 14 nights, and I may be a little biased, but I love this ship because I worked on this ship for 6 months. You're going to be on board for Christmas, and I've been on board for Christmas, and it's so much fun. They have a big gingerbread house, they have all the decks up. It does feel very festive without being overdone. You know, it's done tastefully on Holland America Line, because they are the cruise line that is all about taste and sophistication and quality and caliber of voyaging rather just than cruising, because you've got lots of enrichment activities to enjoy, and they will do Christmas themed activities for anyone that's wanting to celebrate. It's an option. It's not obligatory, but they will have things on offer for you to enjoy throughout this voyage, which is great. Now, when it comes to the day-to-day on Holland America Line, it could just be you relaxing in the solarium with a book, or you could be sitting in the theatre from dawn to dusk with everything they have on offer, because, you know, on a sea day, they'll have a ton of lectures planned, everything from a shore excursions lecture through to, you know, specialists that are brought on board and might be talking about things specific to the destination, which always ties it in with enrichment that is destination specific. And I love that. Now, shopping, there's great shops on board as well. You can head to the boutiques and shop for diamonds and fine watches, but also clothing and keepsakes and all of that jazz. And they do run special events. They have actually, they do a fashion show, which you can partake in at the Luxury Jeweler. You get to wear all the fancy jewels as well. And that's a fun one to do, because you can, you know, take a video and show the friends back home and say, this was the time I was a model on a cruise ship, you know, no autographs, that kind of thing. Now, when it comes to relaxed dining, outside on deck, as you just saw there, delicious brioche buns and triple cooked chips are on offer poolside. They have a taco station as well during the day. It's wonderful. Loads of music around the ship as well. Now, we're cruising out of Hong Kong, and we're going to be at sea before heading into beautiful Halong Bay. And this is a very special port. Early morning light on deck. The bay really feels private. You'll see those incredible, you know, floating villages. You definitely want to take an excursion. Then we're into Chiang Mai. This is for Christmas Eve, actually. And it's going to feel quite understated and thoughtful here. And a great place to visit would be the Hoi An and the Imperial Citadel for an excursion there. Now, we're going to have Christmas Day at sea, and then we're into Nha Trang on Boxing Day, which will bring a nice sense of ease after Christmas. And lots of things are open there too, including attractions and, you know, whichever shore excursion you want to book. Perhaps you want to head to the coast or go to a local market. Then we're into Ho Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh is where you can learn about a lot of the history of Vietnam, tied in with the war as well. I'd recommend doing a best-of tour, which will take you everywhere from the Cu Chi tunnels to the famous post office. You've got to have the selfie there. Sihanoukville in Cambodia awaits us next, which is absolutely beautiful, and it's a softer edge to Cambodia, but it's bright and colourful as well. You've got lots of local villages to visit and learn about how the locals live, which I think would be fascinating. Then we have an overnight in Bangkok, and this is going to be New Year's Eve for you as well, and a wonderful time to actually be in Bangkok, because it will be bustling and exciting and everything will be open. You can spend the day on the canals and in temples, and then perhaps return to the ship to welcome New Year on board the ship, if you like. Then we're into Koh Samui, Thailand, and this will be on New Year's Day for you. Nice restorative way to start New Year. I've actually spent New Year in Koh Samui, and there's some wonderful shopping on offer. Great massages by the beach, which is just the way to spend it, isn't it? Then we are into Singapore. We're going to disembark, and we've got 2 nights in a hotel for you in gorgeous Singapore, and you can see right there the incredible plants that you'll find in that natural biodome there, Gardens by the Bay. Over 50 rare plant species on offer. That's the Merlion, which is the signature of Singapore, the logo. And the aesthetic, the architecture is incredible in Singapore, but it's also got a real glamorous side for anyone that loves a bit of luxury shopping. Head to Orchard Road and Raffles Hotel for sure. Then after this exciting adventure where we can get away for the holidays, get away from it all, no fuss, no cooking for the relatives, it's all done for you on the ship. We're going to fly you back home. So you're heading into Hong Kong for, of course, a little night there, and then we're off around beautiful Vietnam, into Cambodia and Thailand, and whilst we enjoy Christmas, so Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day on board the ship and in the destinations.
It's just incredible. Honestly, it is a time of the year where it is fabulous to be away, and you might think to yourself, no, we always do Christmas with the family. Everyone comes to us, we go to everyone, we sort it out between us. Actually, it's quite nice to switch all of that off. Just do it for 1 year and just treat yourself to a little holiday away over Christmas and New Year and celebrate it somewhere else. As Joe says, where the pressure comes off of you, where the cleaning, the cooking and the bed making and the arranging, it's all done by somebody else, and you're enjoying it as part of a holiday. It's a real treat and a real tonic, a great way to see yourself out of 1 year and into the next as well. And you've got such a lovely variety in this holiday as well. I think it's absolutely brilliant. The variety you've got both in the stays and indeed on board as well. It's going to be absolutely great. And your price tag here is a lot less than you would think for being away at this time of the year, because these can be expensive times of the year to actually take any kind of holiday. I'm sure you've seen before, but if you think about what's included here as well, especially with Holland America Line, because it is such a complete experience on board with so much included, this is going to be your ultimate holiday escape and a half. And remember, this is for this year as well. And we're telling you about it now because now's the time where you can make those decisions, because the plans aren't yet in place for who's going where at Christmas, what's happening, who's doing what, who's having 18 round the table. Because actually on the 17th of December this year, you'll be flying out of Sydney over to Hong Kong to start with a 2-night hotel stay, and we've included a Victoria Harbour evening cruise in there as part of your stay, which is brilliant, you will love. And then it's time for you to get on board the very welcoming Westerdam from Holland America Line, a ship that's not too big, not too small. It's the perfect size, perfect passenger number, and you go then and enjoy the most fabulous 2 weeks of cruising in Southeast Asia over Christmas and New Year and see how they do it somewhere else, which is great. Full board on board, and there are so many inclusions for you to enjoy as well. You'll enjoy Christmas in Vietnam and New Year in Bangkok in Thailand, which for me is just perfect. The whole thing ends in Singapore, of course, and then you'll have a nice relaxing 2-night city break before flying home. And all you need today is to 1, say yes, and then 2, call the team, and it's just a low deposit. That's all you need today to get this booked, and here's the details that you need. 1300 411 954 is the number to call us on. That, of course, is toll-free. We are open 7 days a week, and if you want to change that itinerary in any way, certainly in terms of the stays, then you absolutely can. Just talk to the team. We can make that happen. Just call us today, and we'll do the rest for you. It's as simple as that. Right, let's move on then to our final Southeast Asia adventure in this show, and it's the reverse of our first offer with Carnival, actually. Slightly earlier in the year, in July. Again, this is 23 nights, full of fun, experience and true getaway. And this time, first of all, we join Carnival Splendour in Sydney Harbour and get ready to ramp up the fun and the joy for the next 15 nights of cruising. I have to say, Jo, that every time I think back to my last Carnival cruise, I just smile.
Oh yeah, it's impossible not to, because it is good fun everywhere you go on Carnival. It just feels infectious too, the fun, doesn't it? It's the thing about it is it's not contrived. It doesn't feel that like you are made to do a certain thing. When you're in that environment, when everybody else is getting in the spirit, you just can't help yourself. And maybe you're not the kind of person that normally kind of gets up in a conga line, but when you're on a Carnival cruise, you just think, you know what? I've got nothing to lose. What happens on the ship stays on the ship.
Yes.
I've got no one around judging me because everybody else is looking just as silly. And that's part of the fun of Carnival. And having actually worked on board this brand, I have to say, it really is as fun as it looks. And it's quirky too. I mean, it's bright everywhere you go. There's lots of sort of brightly coloured spaces, but they're designed specifically for lots of different activities that you'll get to enjoy on board the ship. And yeah, you've got lots going on. The Punchliners Club is lots of fun if you love live comedy as well. They have different acts in there all the time. The live theatre shows too. And it's not just the main production cast that will be doing these Vegas style shows for you, but you also have specialty acts they fly on board, you know, perhaps well-known acts in Oz that are brought on board specifically for these cruises. So you might recognise a few names, but then they'll also have the nightly game shows such as Mr. and Mrs. Game Show, which is a fun one to do. So again, learn about your fellow passengers, or the scavenger hunt, the adult scavenger hunt, the quest, and that's a really good one to do as well. So there's tons of things going on around the ship. You've got mini golf too. If you're travelling with the kiddos, there is the kids centre that is open a generous amount of hours during the cruise, and you will find that they don't really want to leave. It's not about you saying, okay, I'm dropping the kids off, we're going to do our own thing. It's the fact that the kids have so much fun that they kind of just want to stay for all the activities, which is great. And they have a teens club too. So, you know, something for absolutely every age group. And no matter what walk of life you come from, no matter what your hobbies are, you will find something that resonates with you when you're on board Carnival. That's the great thing about it, whether it is watching live shows more or partaking in certain different activities. Yeah, you're going to love it. So we are cruising out of Sydney, and straight away we're going to be heading at sea into Moreton Island, which is a beautiful, natural, very teeny tiny island where you can head on out and do perhaps the 4D island adventure. Now, this is going to be with snorkeling, and you can learn about sandboarding on the dunes when you're there too. Then we're into Airlie Beach. Pure holiday mode here, of course, out in the Whitsundays, and head on out on a boat trip if you can, but once in a lifetime would be doing the helicopter over Heart Reef. I have to say that is a must if you can do it. Then we're into Cairns, and really you are at the foot of the Great Barrier Reef here. So you've got the incredible coral gardens, world famous, but you've got the Daintree rainforest, and it is possible to do both in a day if you book with the ship, and they'll fit that in for you for sure. Next up, it is Lombok, which is a beautifully relaxed island off the coast of Bali, and it's free of motor vehicles, so you can grab a beach bike and travel around the island, or head on out on a donkey and cart as a fun way to see it. Then we are into Bali, into Benoa, down in the south of Bali. This is a gateway to all of the incredible culture it has on offer, including the Ubud monkey forest, and you've got some great silversmithing workshops not too far from Ubud as well, alongside the rice terraces. We're into Singapore, and we're going to disembark and have a 2-night hotel stay in the Garden City. Nice smooth landing, it's modern, it's easy, and Singapore is most definitely full of flavour, from the markets to the luxury shopping, you know, from the temples through to some of the beautiful gardens such as Gardens by the Bay, and the Singapore Zoo is an absolute must-see. We're then going to be flying you back into Bali, but this time you're going to enjoy 5 nights, which is great. 5-night adventure. You can properly switch off now and relax, can't you? I like that you're doing this after the cruise too, because you can kind of just stay put there. Explore, if you do want to do a bit of sightseeing and not just be horizontal on the beach, you can explore temples and rice fields, balance it out with lovely spa afternoons perhaps, and long delicious breakfasts, and the food on Bali is superb, particularly the fresh fruit. You're going to love it. Then after that, we're going to be flying you back to Australia, a nice, easy, shortish flight to get you back to Oz. After this amazing adventure, of course, we're starting off in Sydney, then we're heading through some great ports in Oz, Moreton Island, Ellie Beach, Cairns, off into Indonesia, before we head to Singapore for a little mini stay, and then Bali for 5 fabulous nights. Wow.
Great. Again, I love this. If you are introducing, a member of your family into cruising, again, this is perfect holiday, isn't it? Because it's the best of both worlds. Lovely, dreamy combination of holiday with fun, with adventure, with relaxation, and more importantly, variety. I mean, even ports on our own doorsteps that we don't see very often. It's funny, isn't it? Sometimes you miss the things that are closest to you. Now, of course, we're going to deliver an amazing price tag. It's what we do here at CruiseAway. It's what we've been doing for over 25 amazing years. And we have such an amazing relationship with Carnival and all of the major cruise lines as well, because we are booking on behalf of so many people at the same time. So, 1, this price tag, hello, wow, and 2, a deposit is all you need today to get this booked, and it will sell out fast, I think. Remember, we're getting the plans in place right now for next July, so what we're doing is locking in a great price, and also we're getting you ahead of the crowds as well. You're going to be sailing on Carnival Splendor from Sydney for 15 nights up to the reef, up to the top end, across to Indonesia, ending in Singapore, with a 2-night hotel stay there included before you fly to Bali and round off your holiday with a zen, chilled, relaxing 5-night stay before flying home to Sydney. It's a truly well-deserved break, and as I say, a nice mix of great fun and sheer chill and relaxation. It's great at an unbelievable price tag as well, so I'd definitely be calling as quickly as you can. Here's the details you need to book. It's very, very simple as well. Our team are very, very friendly. They can answer any questions you like whatsoever. It's funny, because people who haven't been on a cruise holiday have a myriad of different questions. We recently had someone who called us and asked us to book a hotel at every place the cruise stopped, because it didn't occur to them that you actually slept on the cruise ship. Which again, it's everyone's first time once, isn't it? But that is the great thing about a cruise. It takes you between countries and places and cities and looks after you so completely. It entertains you. It is your floating hotel. It has so much going on for it as well. It really is an amazing getaway. So come and enjoy it, because lots of people are doing it. Millions of people around the world are doing it and loving it. And the great thing is, more and more people are doing it every single year. But I thought that was so sweet as well, because
it's hard to know if you've never been before.
You only know when you know, don't you?
Yeah.
And it doesn't naturally occur to you. And again, I think that's one of the great things about us here at CruiseAway, is that there's no such thing as a silly question. It might seem like a silly question, but we'll have been asked it over 25 years, thousands of times. So please don't feel afraid and go for it, because these holidays are great fun, very fulfilling, and they can really give you some really nice experiences as well. Listen, thank you so much for your company. As always, join us soon as we cruise away some more.
And here you go.